guys, it's Rafi here with Tech for Everyday People, and today we're going to take a look at one of the most anticipated phones of the year, and probably the last A-list device that will come out for 2014. This is, of course, the Nexus 6, the Motorola-built Google Nexus 6. First impressions of this device, it's gigantic. It's not big, the thing is huge, it's gigantic. There's no other way to say it. Actually, I just got it yesterday, and just in using it yesterday and today and all that, I can tell you, it's not the phone for me. It's just too big to use every day comfortably. It doesn't fit comfortably in my pockets. I can't just take it out real quick and check something and put it back. I mean, everything requires two hands back. Like, I have to, the way that I'm holding it right now, and this is the way that I have to use it. If I try to just, like, I'm holding it like this is how I normally hold the phone. And my pinky is usually down here. And every time I hold this, my pinky's like, hell no, man, you're trying to kill me. It's just not comfortable to use. And when I'm doing this, like, if I want to make a phone call, like, I can barely get my thumb over there. So it's just, I don't know, it's too freaking big. You know, I like to say these are tech reviews for regular people, and I just don't think, for regular people or everyday people? Is it everyday people? For you people. But I just don't think that this is for everybody. I mean, it's just so big. And you know what? And then I see all these videos and all these websites comparing the size of it, like the body. But they don't mention the weight of the thing. It's not light at all. It's actually a very heavy phone. So it's not just the sheer size of it, but also the heft, how it feels in the hand. It's thicker than a lot of the other larger devices. It's heavier too. It's just, I don't know. I don't like holding it. I don't like using it day to day. So I don't know if because I have little hands or what it is, but I'm not comfortable with the heft of it, and the width is off-putting. And then you know what the biggest problem is too, that this is a Nexus device. So this is what Google orders from the different manufacturers, so they specify what they want and they build it for them. And so Google ordered this thing, and they said, okay, we want to do a phablet, you know, a phone tablet type thing, because that's becoming popular. So let's use a Nexus line phablet to show the manufacturers how it should be done. This should be the best of the best, you know, to show them this is how you should do a phablet if you're going to do an Android phablet, okay? Well, okay, so they gave it the specs. It has the 2K screen and the great processor and the memory and all that. Okay, fantastic. But they did nothing at all in software to actually optimize it for regular use. So, for example, if you get a Note, you know, one of the Samsung Note devices, you get that and you get the stylus. So that justifies having a big screen where you have the stylus tucked in there and you can use it for things on the screen and all that. So that's nice. You also have this software thing they do on the Note 4. I don't know if the Note 3 had it. I don't think it did because I had a Note 3. But the Note 4, where you can actually move up and down this little icon where if you tap on it, it brings down your notifications panel from the top. This does nothing. Look it. I can't bring my notifications by swiping anywhere. I have to actually reach up here. Well, if I'm holding it in one hand, I have to like bend it this way and tilt, and then I can get to it. So it's and when you're doing that, you always fear that you're gonna drop it. The thing is not cheap. You don't want to drop it. It's a very expensive phone. So it's, I don't know. I just didn't do anything to justify like why is it so big? Like what was the need for it? Same thing like even the LG G3 that I use. When you're making a phone call, like if you go to the dialer over here, you can actually move the dialer left or right, so it's closer to whichever side you're going to use it on. So so it makes it easier to dial with one hand if you need to do that. Nothing like that here. Even something like Nova Launcher, which I love using Nova Launcher on my phones, and I could put that on this, I guess, but kind of defeats the purpose of trying to use the nice new Android 5.0. But Nova Launcher, you can actually swipe from anywhere on the screen, and it would drop down your notifications. And this phone doesn't do that. So there's really no reason. There's nothing. I'm not going to say there's no reason. I mean, obviously it's popular, so they had to do it. But there's nothing on this software-wise, or even hardware-wise, really, because there's no stylus or anything like that justifies the size of this freaking thing. It's just so big. And it's just off-putting. I mean, it sucks because the battery life is great. I mean, obviously I only used it one day, so I can't say it's great. But the one day that I used it, it went from 100%. I got 6 hours of on-screen time on this screen, which is amazing to me. That's awesome. I'm happy with that. But even more incredible, the turbocharger that it comes with. When I plugged it in, I had 4% left the battery after the 6 hours, and when I plugged it in, it said in an hour and 21 minutes I'd be back to 100%. That's freaking awesome. So that all those things, that's great. Okay, but then, oh, and the camera. Finally, a Nexus device that has a good camera. I love the camera on this phone. It takes great pictures. Not the fastest thing, especially if you're using HDR. It's kind of slow. Like, actually, I'll show you. I'll take a picture real quick. What's my little guy here? Let me put this little guy here. I like using this guy for my pictures. So, okay, so I'm going to turn, yeah, HDR Plus is on right now, and watch. I'll take the picture. And, oh, there it goes. So it takes a second to actually get going because of the HDR, and you can see it's still processing the HDR. So the camera is not the fastest thing that you'll see out there, but the pictures come out freaking awesome. And if you shut the HDR off, it obviously takes them a lot faster. There you go. So it's, you know, it's a little better, well, a lot better if you do that. But they don't look as good as they do when you have the HDR on, as you can see. Huge difference. So we have a Nexus device with great battery life, an amazing screen, a good camera, more than good camera, such a really good camera, and all those things. But it's too damn huge to use for regular people, I think, every day. Even if you're coming from a Note 3 or 4, from a large device like that, you will find this to be big. I can guarantee it. It's big. And then, like, even, okay, let's say the iPhone 6 Plus is about the same height, and it has, compared to this, a tiny screen, because the iPhone 6 Plus is like, what, 5.5 inch screen versus the, what is this, 5.96 inch screen. So, it's a half inch bigger and all that. And if you really think about it, the G3 has a 5.5 inch screen and it's tiny compared to the 6 Plus. But anyways, on the iPhone 6 Plus, you can just double tap the home thing and have that reachability thing where it drops down the top icons and things so that you can actually reach them with one finger, with your thumb, while using it with one hand. That was thoughtful. That was, they figured, okay, we're going to make a giant phone, but let's switch the software around here so that it's useful, so you can use it every day. This thing, not so much. Just a little while ago, I was laying on my couch and I got a message from a friend of mine, and I go to reply, but when I'm laying down, I'm trying to hold the phone up like this. There's no way for me to reply with one hand, without using voice, with one hand without the phone falling on my face. So I had to like lay out, lean to the side and kind of cradle it again. So it's the same thing. You have to go with two hands. So my first impressions, it's fast, it's beautiful, great battery life, great camera. The star of the show obviously is Android 5.0 here, which is great, a great improvement overall. It's got a lot of nice features and things, and it's fast and snappy, and the animations are beautiful and fluid and all that nonsense. But it's too damn big. There's no other way to say it. It's just too damn big. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep this device because I just don't think it's for me. It just feels uncomfortable to hold and everything. Oh, you know what else I would have liked if they put on this thing? The double tap to wake that the G3 has, double tap to unlock. So I don't have to keep shifting around trying to get to where the button is, just double tap. Yeah, nope, don't have that. I don't know, it's just missing some stuff. So, I mean, oh, you know what else, before I forget, I like a lot about it. The speakers, the front-facing stereo speakers sound awesome. So when you're watching like YouTube videos and things like that, the sound, or playing a game, the sound comes out awesome because you have dual front-facing stereo speakers on it, and they're plenty loud, and they're deeper than most. They go lower than most as far as like the bass and things like that on it. Not as good as the HTC One M8s, but still really good. So that stuff is good. And that's it, I guess. The only thing is just the damn size, man. Like, why did they have to make it so big for no reason? Like, just give me a reason for, I don't know. Just throw something in there, software-wise, to justify it. So that is my first impression look at the Nexus 6. Basically, if you're thinking about buying this, make sure you go to a store and you play with it and you put it in your pocket and take it out and try to, type on it or whatever, because it's not easy to hold, and to me, it's not very comfortable to use. If you like it, great. I mean, you're going to have a great device. If you feel comfortable holding this giant thing, you're going to have a great device. Long battery life, fast charging, good camera, speakers, the whole thing. It's a matter of are you okay with the giantness of it or not? And I know that I said that about 1,000 times in this video, but I can't express enough how massive it feels to use this thing, on a day-to-day basis. Like, it's okay, I'll put it this way. It's to the point where, like, I reach for my phone way too many times a day, but when I feel like I want to reach for my phone and I look over at the table and I see this on there, I'm like, I don't really want to deal with that giant thing. So it's that off-putting to me, where like it actually makes me not want to use my phone as much as I normally would. So yeah, that's it. There it is. Nexus 6. It's awesome if you like giantness, but for regular people, I think there's other stuff you can get that's more comfortable and just as good. Yeah, and that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I'm out.